Hello everyone. Well, Christmas is coming. Today is a Thanksgiving Day in the United States, the day when we give thanks to God for all the blessings that He gives us, that He has, and it's always given us, and we just have to thank Him because we don't deserve any of it. You know, we're kind of like, rotten, evil people, and thank goodness we have a God that forgives. Now, so I have my this little teeny Christmas tree. I put it up every year. It's on top of my little refrigerator there in my little room. I have this room. I have to unplug it because I'm going for a walk. And I don't want to waste electricity. And I don't want the little Christmas tree to start a fire while I'm out walking around. And I got to turn off my computer. Uh-oh, who's that? And who's that? Okay, well, yeah. You might have some idea who that is. Let me turn off my computer. Shutting that down. What else? Before we leave this room, what else can I show you? Oh yeah. Check this out. Now, my great pal, my buddy, Larned Justin, passed away not too long ago, as most of you know. We did this Talking Small Press comic show. Now, just recently, his wife, his wonderful wife, and a wonderful person, Kathy Justin, sent me this. She sent me this. We used this for the Talking Small Press show. Action. This was episode 55, and God bless her. And I mean, that was so kind of her to send me this great memento. Something to remember Larned by, and maybe I'll use it again in future episodes. Oh, well, I do plan to go back to, I can't revive this Talking Small Press. I don't know, I'm back and forth on this. If I should revive the show, call it the Talking Small Press show, or if I should call it something else. I did do a couple of review shows on my Classic Comics Man channel, but without Larned, it's not really the Talking Small Press show. I mean, he initiated that. He came up with that title. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go for a walk. Is that okay, honey? That's okay. All right. Yeah, I'm marrying this beautiful person. We're getting married early next year, and that kind of makes me happy. It sure as heck does. So yeah, let's get out of here. We'll go through the living room here. And I live in a house with other people. Here's the Christmas tree they just put up. It's not decorated yet, but by golly, it's there. And that over there, that's the TheLoathlyDaddy. TheLoathlyDaddy, yeah, that's who that is. Okay, let's go outside. I got a couple of things I want to talk about. So, let's go for a walk. A little walk. I'll try not to bore you guys too much. But yeah. It's cooling down here in Orlando, Florida. It's cooling down. It's been in the 80s lately, and now it's it's cool. I can feel it's cooler. Something happened over here. This tree was full of leaves and stuff, and someone came along. I guess some people who work for this I don't know, they got workers that come out here that mow the grass and trim the trees. They trimmed the heck out of that one. Yeah, so anyway, here we go for a little walk. There's my car, my now famous car, the 2015 Hyundai Accent that doesn't have the T on the end of the word accent. I mean, this car is 10 years old. There it is, Hyundai Accent. Yep. Okay, let me cross the street here. Now, I want to talk. What do I want to talk about? That's a good question. Well, I've had some deep thoughts lately. folks. It seems I'm getting old. Now, I remember my mom. Now, my mom and I were separated when I was, because of a divorce, we were separated at an early age. I was like 9 years old. And I didn't see her again for like almost 30 years. And then when I did come across her, I tracked her down, and I found out she was in Virginia Beach, Virginia. So I went there, and we tracked her down, and I came for a visit, and we had a great time. But I remember at the time, she was in her, like, I was 36 years old. She was like in her 50s. Was I 36? 46, 56, 52. Yeah, so she was like 52. And so I guess, I was born when she was like 20 years old or something. My mom said, she said, "I'm getting old, son." She says, "I'm getting old." She says, "I don't like it. I don't like it one bit." And I didn't think she looked that old. I think she looked pretty good, and it was my mom. And it was a wonderful reunion. It was a happy reunion. And of course I was in my mid-30s, so I was in my prime, people. That's around the time I started playing guitar. And I used to play guitar a lot. As I said, things change as the years go by. Things change. The guitar is still in my closet. I might break it out sometime and just rock you guys out, man. Just give you some rock and roll. If the other people in the house where I live don't object, or I can play my acoustic guitar. I have an acoustic electric. But I digress. My mom said she was getting old. She was in her early 50s. Well, like 10 years later, she passed away. She had Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. She passed away when she was like 62. So I've outlived my mom. I'm 69 years old, people. 69 years old. Yes, I am. I'm very happy to have made it this far. I can't go on and just, like, worry about, I'm getting old, I'm so old, I can't sit around and cry, cringe, I'm old. But I will be 70 years old on April 20th. So write that down and send me a present, please. It'll make it'll help to ease the pain. Yeah. So getting older. Whoa, there's a helicopter. Let's see if we can catch it on film, or whatever this is. I don't know, did you see it? I don't know. Anyway, big deal, helicopter. They have helicopters rides about a mile from here. You can fly all over Orlando and, see what Mickey Mouse Land looks like from above. So, yeah. Now, about getting older, what can I say? What can I say? I've been fighting it. I've been fighting it as best I can. I mean, ultimately, you cannot win. Ultimately, age will win out. You don't have these jowls right here, But I noticed this in my early 50s. I noticed this, that the gravity is pulling my face down. It's pulling gravity. Gravity is a pretty darn powerful force. So I noticed these jowls way in my early 50s. I can't see where they've really gotten any worse, and nobody else seems to have anything to say about it, so I guess it's not that bad. And I'll tell you what, I work in a pharmacy, and when people come to pick up their prescriptions, I have to identify them by their date of birth. And I see a lot of people who are younger than me, 10, 15 years younger, but they look a lot older. And that makes me think, wow, I guess I'm doing okay. I guess genetics plays a part in this. But I noticed during the last year, especially, that I have puffy eyes, dark circles under my eyes. and an indication that, I mean, when I look at, well, I'm getting older, but when I look at videos of me that I posted 4 and 5 years ago, and I go like, wow, that guy looks so young. That guy looks so young. What happened? Well, the inevitable occurs. Nature takes its course, and you will get older, whether you like it or not. Now, I have been trying to fight it, you know. Well, for instance, I'm going for a walk now. Going for walks, excuse me, just staying busy. Keeps you younger. Ooh, there's a couple of cool cactus plants in this yard here. Can you see them? Big cactus, big cactus trees. Look at this. Yeah, that's very cool. One reason I like Florida, I like Orlando, we have a lot of like tropical plants and stuff, and palm trees, of course. There's some palm trees over there. You see them? You see them, folks? Real Florida palm trees. I kid you not. Yeah. Did I digress again? I mean, I tend to do that. Yeah. So it is Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, getting old. Okay. Let's think about that for a minute. Okay. Definitely getting old. Don't like it a bit. As my mom said. See, Mom, I'm quoting you here because you were right. Mom up in heaven. She was wonderful. I look in the mirror now and I see this old guy. Interesting, today I was looking and I was in the mirror. When you get older, I mean, seriously, you do. You start looking more and more in the mirror every day. Is that another wrinkle? What is that? You know, oh my gosh. And hey, how's it going? Got a neighbor. So, yeah, so it's a nice neighborhood here. And I can see my mom in my face. But I also could see my dad in my face. I see both. I'm like, how did you both get in my face? You in my face? No, Mom and Dad were both great. They divorced when I was young. And they both got remarried. So I have half brothers, half sisters. You know, they're all brothers and sisters to me. I'm just saying, you know, technically from a scientific point of view, half brothers, you have a different father or a different mother. No, these are my brothers and sisters. And we had a very big family. It's also interesting to see, I was the third oldest. It was my brother Fred, my brother Richard, and then me. And then after that came Cheryl and Rachel and Susie, Karen, and Robert and John. And then I had a stepsister from my stepmom's previous marriage, Debbie. And there was and my dad got remarried after his second wife, Evelyn, passed away. And Mary Cole, became my stepsister. I mean, I have half brothers, half sisters, real brothers. I mean, it's big family. But we all love each other, all of us. You know, we all love each other. And I want to say to all my brothers and sisters out there, happy Thanksgiving Day, and happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, happy holidays, whatever you want to call it. Just be happy and enjoy life. That's what I'm trying to do. Even if I'm getting older. Now, yeah, I'm 69 years old. Like looking in the mirror, like I think I said this, I just said this, I want to repeat myself, but yeah, a year ago, I look at pictures of myself from a year ago and I can already see the bags under my eyes and things are changing. So I'm using like creams, like eye creams and retinol and stuff like that to try to, erase the fine lines. I can't look young again. I've reached the point where I can't pretend and look young again. But maybe I don't look too bad for my age. I hope not. What do you think? Tell me the truth. You think I look terrible or what? Well, yeah. One thing I love about my fiance. My fiance's Angeline, and she lives in the Philippines. And I've been working for like 2 years to get her over here. So I went to the Philippines and visited her and her family last year. And we're trying to get her over here. She's wonderful. She's absolutely wonderful. She's also half my age. But for some reason, she seems to like me. And I darn sure like her, and she's really pretty. So, and she's very honest. One thing, it's different cultures, you know. The Philippines is on the other side of the planet. I mean, the absolute other side of the planet. So she's 6,000 or 7,000 miles away. And I was there last year, as I said, and had a wonderful time. Met her family, and she has a wonderful family. And I've gotten to know all of them. They're just great people. And so I'm very honored that they accept me and will allow me to become part of that family as they become part of my family through marriage, of course. My daughters Judy and Kathy, they approve, and hope to be married before next summer. Very soon, very soon. Where was I going with that? I don't want to digress again. But I did lose my train of thought. You see, that's what happens when you get a little older. But I try to keep my sense of humor. So yeah, Angeline, okay. I said she's 34, and I'm 69. And but we get along great, and it's awesome. So I can't wait till she gets here, and this whole process of trying to get through immigration, especially now, because Trump doesn't play when it comes to immigration. Trump doesn't mess around. So, but we started this before he was president, and it's been going on for a couple of years. And so we've already got, she's approved by the U.S. Customs and Immigration Service to come to the United States, but we still have to get her a fiancé visa to get her here very soon so we can be married. Once the visa is approved by the American Embassy in the Philippines, once that visa is approved, then once she gets here, we have 90 days to get married. And so that's exactly what we're going to do. Keep watching, folks. You'll see it right here on this channel. Yeah. So yeah, she's a lot younger than me. And you know, sometimes I'll talk to her and I say, "Are you sure you want to marry an old guy like me, you know? Are you sure?" And she says yes. And she seems really sincere and really genuine. Now, some of you might say, well, you know, maybe she's just using you for your money or whatever. Maybe. I don't think so. Like I say, I've gotten to know her and her family in person, and they're all very wonderful people. They're very genuine. And in a way, everybody uses everybody, if you stop and think about it. I don't have a lot of money, so if she's using me for my money, there ain't a lot there, and there's going to be a surprise coming. But I do the best I can, and I really think she loves me. She seems to, and I love her for sure. So we'll see how it goes. I thought it was recording, but I wasn't. So now I'm recording. I might have paused it by accident. Okay, folks. Well, I'll let you go. Thank you for tuning in. Stay young at heart. If you can't stay young physically, stay young at heart. Enjoy your life. Keep smiling and get married and and be happy. Adios, folks. Yep, yep, yep.